I just got tired of listening to all them credits.
Wow. Must have been tired making them.
Oh, fuck. Why do you think I look like this? I'm only 27 years old, guys.
Well, you look good. How you been, boss?
Anybody bring their kids? What a fucking mistake that was. Didn't they warn you, like, Uncle Ron don't fucking play over here? Well, you kids, you got to hear it from somebody, so it may as well be me.
No, absolutely. How you been, boss? Haven't seen you in a couple months.
Kind of a personal question, don't you think?
Well, okay, all right. Yeah. So, all right, then I'll skip that.
No, I'm all right. What have you heard?
Not that I just read your Twitter, you know, and I get enough from that.
Oh shit. Because that's truly my representative of my essence and my core.
And that's what it is, man. Look, man, I appreciate your honesty.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm not being very friendly to you. Hi, I'm Ron. How are you?
Hi, I'm Patty. Good to meet you, sir.
Nice to meet you.
Good. Well, good to meet you again. Good.
It's good to meet you. I've met a guy who looked just like you backstage a minute ago.
Oh wow. Same guy with the awful haircut?
Same jacket, same glasses.
Wow.
That is kind of a cool haircut, bro.
Thank you. It's my Jack Lord comb over.
Jack Lord.
Yeah. So it. All right. Well, tell you what. I'm gonna jump on in. We got a whole line for you. A bunch of people want to ask you some stuff. So let's go ahead and do it. Hey, what's your name?
Chris.
What you got, Chris?
Well, nice to meet you, Ron. I'm a veteran, Chris with a K. Really big fan of strange and unique science fiction, so I'm going to ask you about City of Lost Children. So you didn't have a lot of lines in that movie, but you had a decent amount of screen time. So just wanted to ask you, like, what was it like, making that movie, and just the experience of it in general?
They put all of my lines on one page and said, "Here, this is your part, but you're going to be here a while." But they were looking for somebody who was a fish out of water, sort of like a country bumpkin, sort of like a stranger in a strange land. So they wanted somebody who French was not their first language. So I actually played the character, not a very verbose character, not somebody who communicated with his philosophical points of view. But I played it with a Russian accent. And the only people in the entire world that knew that I was speaking bad French were French people. So whenever I come to an event like this and they go, "Where'd you learn all that great French?" Anyway.
There you go. Thank you. All right. You get the first question is you get 2 pieces of candy. All right. There you go. Right. Hey. All right. Actually, these guys actually have a question about the same thing, so we're going to take it about the same time. Okay, what's your name? What you got?
Hi, I'm Kane, and I'd like to. You're mostly known as an actor, and I was just curious how you got your start in Fallout.
And the Fallout, and then you got a Fallout.
And also, now since the Fallout show is out, do you think in the future we'll be able to get to see you play a role or do any voice acting in that show?
Well, you could write your congressman. Tell him about the injustice that's being committed by your favorite Fallout actor, nowhere to be seen. But no, there's no talk of me participating. I didn't even know that there was a Fallout series until it started airing, and I hear it's a pretty good show. So I guess it would be cool to be on it. Should they ever come to me, but I can't make any news here today.
Yeah, one for you, and one for you. Thanks, guys. Hey, hey, what's your name?
My name is Jay. What you got? Last year, you were in the retirement plan with actors like Nicolas Cage, Ernie Hudson, and
Let's face it, there are no actors like Nicolas Cage. He's one of one. Okay, but anyway.
And also NBA great Rick Fox. And I just wanted to know how crazy and fun that set was of that movie.
Well, my dribbling has never been better. Rick and I spent a lot of time, between shots, working on my game. No, that's not true. What was the question?
How fun was the set with all those personalities?
I have never been on a movie set where I haven't had just a fucking ball. I mean, it's a fun place to be. It's also, there's a goodly amount of work being done, and it can be long hours and tedious, but it's not like any other job. It's not a drudgery. Every minute is completely unlike any other. Every day is completely unlike any other, and I couldn't do a job where I came to the same office 5 days a week for the exact same hours and 50 weeks a year and had a 2-week vacation. I couldn't do. So yeah, movie sets are fun places. You got wacky motherfuckers like Nick Cage and the like. It makes it even more fun.
Cool, great question. Thank you. Hey, what's your name?
My name is Josh. I was gonna ask you, what helped you through the makeup process needed for Hellboy?
The paycheck, really, really helped. Almost did the trick, actually. It was all I needed to motivate me to shut my mouth and go, just keep me here as long as you need.
What took longer, Hellboy or Vincent?
They seem to have a hard, fast 4-hour rule, and I would know because my first job was Course of Fire, 4-hour makeup. My second job was Name of the Rose, 4-hour makeup. My third job was Beauty and the Beast, 4-hour makeup. And then somewhere down the road, I did 2 Hellboy movies, each 4 hours, and Island of Dr. Moreau, which clocked in at 4 hours and 1 minute. That motherfucker, if I find him, I'm gonna get every one of those extra minutes back if it's the last thing I do.
Great question, thank you. Hi, what's your name?
My name's Allison. It's a pleasure to meet you, Ron. So I grew
You
up
say that now.
I grew up watching you on Hellboy, obviously, but my personal favorite role of yours is Bular on Troll Hunters. And I was really curious whether you prefer voice acting or physical acting, and obviously why and what's easier for you to do.
Well, my wife prefers physical acting because it gets me out of the house longer. I have said this on a million occasions, and I continue to say, I love being an actor. I love, taking the riddle of what's on the page in terms of the character that a writer is inventing, and then me trying to figure out what that looks and feels like in behavioral terms. Whether that be voice acting or whether that be on a TV series or a movie, whether it be low budget or medium budget or high budget, whether it be with, big name movie stars or unknown people. I just love the process of acting. And the reason why I like voice acting is because you're going for the final result immediately. There's no sitting around and discussing and rehearsing. It's like, okay, go. And you can go as big and as broad and as crazy as you want to go. They may ask you to make some adjustments, but you're acting on a very primal, instinctive level, and that's a lot of fun.
Cool, thank you, great question. Hi, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Garrett.
What you got?
If there was any project you could do, what would it be, and what medium would it be, whether it's voice acting, stage acting?
I'm just, I have the roles that I've actually ended up getting to play have so far superseded all of anything I might have dreamed of that I've stopped dreaming of, okay, I haven't done this yet. I think I've pretty much done way beyond anything I could have possibly dreamed up, and I'm a big dreamer. But my career, the roles that have just, and they keep coming. I mean, I have 9 movies literally getting ready to come out in the next year. I think I'm working more now than I did when I was, definitely working more now than I did when I was young, because pretty much all of the people I used to compete with have died, or retired, or have Alzheimer's and they can't remember their lines. And I'm inching my way into one of those categories swiftly.
There you go. Great question. Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
I'm Erin. I love the Alien franchise, and I was wondering if you have any fun stories from Alien Resurrection.
Oh my God, I sure do. I can't share any of them with you publicly. But, you know, let's get an ounce of dope and roll some joints and get a couple of quarts of tequila and, you know, see what happens.
There you go. It's a date. Hey, what's your name?
Hi, my name's Louie. So, as you said before, you did 2 Hellboy movies. You also voiced the character in 2 animated movies. Would you ever be down to finish your Hellboy's story, your Hellboy's trilogy, in an animated format?
I'd prefer not to. I'd prefer for, if I was ever going to go back and do, and resolve the saga that was meant to be 3 films. Because if you remember, at the end of the second film, she's pregnant with twins, and the whole thing is set up to find out whether he honors the Oracle, which is he's been sent to Earth to destroy the world, or whether he honors the part of him that's been nurtured into protecting mankind. So that was what the 3rd movie was set up to be. And short of being able, I would do that. If I got a call right now and they said, get in a taxi, go to the airport, and show up anywhere on the face of the earth to play, to do what I just described, with Guillermo del Toro directing, I would put this fucking microphone down. You would. But anything short of that would just be, you know, I'd rather just leave it at what it was than entertain anything other than that.
There you go. Great question. Thank you. Yes. Hello, what's your name?
My name is Joshua. What you got? Well, I'm actually here to ask a question on behalf of my dad. He would like to hear a little more about your experiences with wearing all that makeup from Hellboy.
Who's your dad?
Is Russ.
Is Russ here?
No. He is vacationing right now.
So he really doesn't give a fuck about my makeup. Let's face it, you know, you want to know. You want to know. Your dad is on vacation. Leave him be. Let him work on his tan, for Christ's sake.
Oh, no, don't worry. He's, you know, he's taking care of the grandkids. It's for their sake, you know.
Oh, he's taking care of your kids.
No, he's...
So you feel like you owe him, like, hey, yeah, let me pay you back by fucking with Ron Perlman over here, and then, you know.
He's taking care of my brother's kids. I have no kids.
Oh, I'm sorry. I misjudged you completely.
I am a mere uncle.
You look like the best uncle ever, doesn't he? Let's have a hand for Uncle Joshua. He's walking away now.
Josh,
he doesn't even.
Right. Take two. There you go. You get 2. All right.
He doesn't even want the fucking answers to this. Joshua, seriously, what was the question?
Just wanted to know a little more about your story with all that makeup from Hellboy.
Oh, the makeup for Hellboy. Well, Hellboy was this red thing with horns, so it required makeup. It wasn't something that I could just get up in the morning, brush my teeth, and report to work. What more I could possibly, how I can elaborate more on the requirements of, you do realize he's a demon and he's red, and he has a tail and a really big cock, and I have none of those things.
All right. You good?
So
Your
yeah.
dad's gonna be good? All right.
Makeup, yeah.
Another round of applause. Hey, what's your name?
Hi, I'm RJ.
What's
first-
up, RJ?
Hey, what's up, Ron? I kind of ran into you actually at the water fountain when you were, I don't know, I think you were eating lunch or something or coming in. Kind of scared me a little bit, I'm not going to lie. No reason, though, you know. Don't get out of your chair or anything.
At where?
It was down by, like, the steel doors. I was drinking water fountain. I was
Today?
like, oh.
Today?
Yeah, today.
This
You
is
were
fucking.
drinking from the water fountain?
I was drinking from the water fountain.
Nobody gives a shit about you drinking water
I know,
today.
yeah, no one does. Anyways, my question is, from all the movies that you made, is there any kind of like props or something you kind of took from the set, and which one's your favorite?
The thing I'm not a collector. I'm not built like I need to, have a sentimental attack. But there were certain little artifacts. In my very first movie was Quest for Fire, and I wore these two sticks, two twigs in my hair. It kind of gave me a kabuki look. And you bringing me candy? No, it's okay. Thank you. What a guy. And those were very special to me because that distinguished me from everybody else in the movie. It gave me a lot of kind of like style and some sort of connection to some other form of storytelling, which is, the metal teeth that I wore in Enemy at the Gates from when the fucking Russians knocked my teeth out, I found that to be like the secret to the character, and so those teeth meant a lot to me. I kept those. I tried to take the gold shoes from Pacific Rim, but since they were actually made of gold, security guards at Warner Brothers tackled me as I was putting them into the trunk of my car and then handcuffed me, and I woke up, I felt like I had been probed. So that fell short.
Hey, great question. Thank, bro.
And I took Clay Morrow's gavel.
I'm surprised you didn't say Big Baby.
I would have, but Del Toro got to it first.
Come on. Hey, what's your name?
Tyler.
Tyler, what would you like to know?
Well, to be honest, the only role that I know you from is Slade from Teen Titans.
You got to get out more, bro.
Yeah, I know. Well, I would just like to know, what was your favorite line from Slade in Teen Titans?
I don't remember. I'm sorry. I would love nothing more than to accommodate you, and remember one of the lines that Slade said. But I'm fucking sorry. I have no idea what the fuck he said. Can somebody here remember a memorable line of Slade?
He's got a favorite line. So what's your favorite line?
I am the thing that keeps you up at night, the evil that haunts every dark corner of your mind. I will never rest, and neither will you.
Say those last two lines again.
When he spent an entire episode fucking with Robin's mind after his death.
Say the last two lines again.
I will never rest, and neither will you.
You said that shit better than I did, bro.
Yeah, keep it going. That was good, right?
Hang on.
Yeah.
What was his name? Tell me your name again.
Tyler.
Tyler, leave a resume at the door, okay?
Ew. Hi, what's your name?
My name is Evelyn. Hey, Evelyn. First and foremost, I want to thank you for Beauty and the Beast. My mother and my daughter love you and Linda Hamilton in it. But I have a question. There's a show I absolutely love. You're in it, not the main star, but I'm going to say one word and see if you can name it. Poker face. I just said it, blew it. Bullshit.
You were doing so good right up until then.
I know it. Bullshit is what I wanted to say.
Bullshit.
Yes.
Yeah, poker face, of course.
Now, Are you going to be back for the second season?
Well, I don't know if you watched the entire episode that I was in, but I got shot and died on the floor.
No, you didn't.
I would love nothing more than for them to bring me back, but it's really hard to conceive of how they'd bring. I mean, it would be the most boring performance to watch me be a corpse for an hour.
Well, sometimes they do bring them back.
All right. Well, we'll keep our fingers crossed. Oh, thank you so much. Yo, you're very welcome. Hey, what's your name?
Hellboy. You're gonna have to pan that camera up. Oh, there you go. Okay. Yeah. Hi, I'm Barrett.
Barrett, what you got?
Barrett.
So I've been fighting with these horns all day. I'm just gonna take them off. All right. That's
This-
a little better.
This is how I felt every day for the year that we shot that motherfucker.
I brought Gorilla Glue too to put this back on. But so I and a lot of people I think have come to associate you with a certain type of character, kind of like a and I think the two biggest ones are Hellboy himself and Vincent from Beauty and the Beast, which I love that show so much. I know I'm not dressed as him, but I love it just as much. And it's kind of this I wouldn't really say monster, but a fairly intimidating, fairly strange appearance that hides a really beautiful and deep soul. And that's a character that I really, really like. And I was wondering how you kind of ended up being cast into those roles. Were they just kind of thrust upon you, or were they something you really sought after?
All right, this is gonna really sound really fucking weird, okay? So strap in, everybody. I feel as though I got those roles not because of some agent or manager or director in Hollywood. I feel like they were an act of God. And here's what I mean when I say that. When I was a kid, I was one of those kids like, you probably either felt this way or knew somebody who did, with a really low self-esteem. I really felt like I didn't fit into the world. I really felt like I was an ugly duckling. I really was not proud of me or how I felt about myself. And then I watched a movie called The Hunchback of Notre Dame with Charles Lawton. And that is far and away, to me, the most magnificent makeup that's ever been applied to an actor. He played a hunchback. It's a Victor Hugo famous rendering of a Victor Hugo novel. And this was outwardly a true, you almost had to turn away from his ugliness. And he was the most beautiful fucking soul in the movie. And the reason why you couldn't take your eyes off this movie was you were so moved by the pain that he had to singularly live through his life by being an outcast, and yet by yearning to be seen for what he was, which was this feeling, loving, generous, beautiful thing. And I got to do that twice. One was Hellboy, and the first one was Vincent, Beauty and the Beast. I got to play that exact thing that was the spark that lit the fire under me that made me want to be an actor. And I don't know who to give credit for the fact that that poetically came to take place. You can't give credit to any fucking directors or lawyers or actors or Hollywood producers or studios. That was a fucking act of God that I got a chance to play two characters who were completely so outcast physically that they couldn't operate in public. They had to be hidden underground. And yet who were the most beautiful souls you've ever met, and who were exemplary in all of their human qualities.
You get a red one. Thank you. Hi, what's your name?
Hello, I'm Anastasia. Hey Ron, just letting you know, you were never an ugly duckling. You're a swan. Just gonna grow.
I feel a lot better about myself now than I did when I was a kid, but thank you.
Good, great. So my question is pertaining to Sons of Anarchy. I'm a huge fan. Your role as Clay with Gemma was exemplary of toxic but love at the same time. I wanted to know how you felt towards the actress Katie off screen. How was your relationship together? Because it was amazing.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. She got her candy. She's good. Okay. Hey, what's your name?
Hey, how you doing? My name is Nicholas. First of all, thank you, Mr. Perlman, and thank God for giving you to all of us and such an actor that we can all tell, like you said earlier, that you love what you do, and you have given all of us like somebody that it's unforgettable. You have given us all like a character that we all love and enjoy. For example, for me, just like my wife, she was the one who just was in the microphone. I love doing Sons of Anarchy. It's one of the reasons why I love riding, and I wanted to ask you today if you rode motorcycles prior to that, and if you still ride up to today, if you do.
Anybody in the audience want to answer that? I think it's kind of famous that I'm a shitty rider. Bikes don't like me. I don't like bikes. And to say that you could believe that I did like bikes and that I did look like I rode, and enough to ask me, you know, do you still ride, or did you ride before the show? Is a real, like, that's better than an Academy Award, you know, if I convinced you that I seemed comfortable on a Harley, that was pure fucking acting, bro. I fell off the bike so often that they invented a new insurance company just to protect the production from the mayhem that I was getting ready to cause.
Hey, what's your name?
Grayson?
Grayson, what you got for us?
What is your favorite thing about being Hellboy?
Cats. It's tied. Cats and Baby Ruth candy bars.
What's your favorite thing in a Hellboy?
Probably his horns.
Yeah, they were fun.
That was good. Thank you, Grayson. Great question. Hey, what's your name?
Hey, I'm Dan. So I know for one thing that you voiced as Slade from the Teen Titans, which I know you beat up Robin so many times as like he's your perfect nemesis and all. But given the choice for between Slade and any of the other supervillains that you would voice, to beat up superheroes, who would it be, and why would you want to be the bad guy?
I never really wanted to do any of that stuff that I ended up doing. Like I said, I really wish I could sit here and take credit for the trajectory of my career and the roles that I got to play. It was completely out of my hands. I mean, any job I've ever done, with the exception of maybe 2 or 3 that I kind of, produced or created for myself, but every other job was like a coincidence. Like, just happened to be in the right place at the right time. Something came my way that people decided, okay, we're going to let you do this, and then I, took it from there. But I never, in my wildest dreams, thought I would ever play a superhero. And that's for other guys. I'm like a character actor. I'm like a song and dance man. I'm like a guy who gets all the laughs and never gets the girl. That's the way I always thought of myself. And so all that stuff that happened was never a part of my wishing or dreaming. It was like, okay, really? Okay, fine. We'll do this now,
You're a big Teen Titans fan. Were you a fan of Batman the Animated Series?
Maybe just a little bit.
Well, he did the voice of Two-Face in that. So that was another villain he did. So Clayface, I'm sorry, Clayface. You're right, you're right. I'm bad. So, anyway, great question, though. Thank you.
Take back his candy bar.
Right. No, he gets it. I don't get it anymore. So, hey, what's your name?
Riley. As the voice of the UFC's pay-per-views cold opens, I wonder if you have a prediction for tonight's main event between Leon Edwards and Bilal Muhammad.
I wish I was up on those two guys as much as I should be, but I don't know those two guys enough to be able to make that prediction. But thank you for acknowledging that little thing I do on my little side hustle there of doing the UFC voices, because I must say, having been close to that game ever since it burst onto the scene, those are the most amazing athletes on the face of the earth. I mean, those guys are there's no skill that they don't possess in mythic ways. I mean, those guys are like, holy shit. So, but no, that's why it could be anybody's fight. Any of these fights can be anybody's fight, because those cards are so well designed, where it could go either way. There's no way to predict any of these fights. That's not to say that if I knew more about them, I wouldn't, Anyway, you hear what I'm saying? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Whenever I hear your voice, it's a perfect voice to get people hyped for the show.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. We are just about time, so I have time for one more question. So this gentleman, hey, what's your name?
Hey, Ron, how are you doing? Chris. Was curious, throughout your time of filming Sons, were there any major events or deaths in the show of Sons of Anarchy that jumped out to you on the page, or were surprising to you, or that took you by shock when reading through the script?
My own. I would say that I'm closest to my own departing of the show than I didn't give a shit about any of those other motherfuckers. They could. I mean, look, it's legendary when Opie went the way he went, and the timing of his departure, which was way sooner than any of us were prepared for. So there was that. But I was pretty shocked when I was told you're not making it to the last season. And I'm still shocked and very pissed off.
What's on the immediate? You got a bunch of projects going on. Is there anything immediately coming up you can share with us?
Any day now, this movie called The Instigator with Matt Damon and Casey Affleck is dropping. I'm in that. And then there's 8 others, which are not. There's a movie called Dirty, which I made with Theo Rossi from Sons of Anarchy. Theo plays the lead. I play the bad guy. That's dropping in the next month on Tubi. Those are the 2 that are most that are coming up, like in the very near future. The rest of them, we don't have quite any details on yet.
We will stay tuned. Raleigh GalaxyCon 2024. This was Ron Perlman, and that was our time. But before we go, we're going to take a picture of our amazing guest and all of you, and this will be available for purchase just right outside. And immediately after this, he'll be back down at his table. He's got a lot of neat stuff down there. So we're going to ask everybody to come forward towards the stage, not on the stage, towards the stage. We're going to take a picture of all of you.